So I already tore up the box. I wanted to show you guys what was in the box or what comes in it. I'm sure there's plenty of videos. Like I said, this is part 2. So this comes with a 150 milliliter bottle of the cleaning solution. This one can be disposed in your regular drain. The other one is part 1, which is the acid for cleaning out your radiators. It comes with a pair of goggles, and it comes with gloves and a measuring cup for your solution, because obviously you're not going to use this whole bottle on one run unless your system is completely caked. Like if you used one of those pastel fluids and it all fell out into the system, then yeah, definitely run more than one round of the cleaner. For me, I didn't use any of that. It's just dye, so I'm sure 1 or 2 rounds of cleaning will do just fine. And I highly recommend. I know people get made fun of for using safety equipment, but I've worked in the industry of fixed rail cars. I worked in the oil field. Trust me, you're never too good to wear safety equipment. And I've run into guys where they're too good for safety equipment, yet they're the ones missing an eye and missing 2 or 3 fingers. So trust me, you are never too cool for safety equipment. But we'll get to the actual cleaning. And I just wanted to show you guys what was inside the kit, and we'll get going. So here it is, you guys, set up to clean. I haven't got the fluid in there yet, but I just wanted to show you guys the loop. So it's just going to come in, rinse the block. So I have it, I'm pretty sure this is the inlet. It's not labeled like the new ones, but so it shoots down into the jet plate and then back out into the top radiator, down into the monoblock, the reservoirs, back down to the pumps. So we'll get the fluid going, and hopefully there's no leaks. These are all compression fittings, so they should be pretty solid. So. Alright, here it is, you guys. The next morning, here is what the system looks like. As you can tell, most of the fluid has discolored, so most of it's clear. I'm guessing the more red color tint you are seeing in like the blocks, it's either stained or it just needs to be wiped out, because the block was not that red originally when I first started. But it has cleared most of it. I do still need to pull apart the block to brush out whatever's left inside the fins there. And then I'm going to be taking apart the reservoirs, which I don't think these reservoirs actually come apart. So they're phobia reservoirs. But I've tried pulling them apart, and without it breaking, I was afraid to pull on it anymore. So what I'll do is I'll take apart the reservoirs, throw in some cleaning solution, and just clean them manually. But I want the main reason for me flushing this was to flush out the radiators. That was actually the main reason for doing this. I just wanted to add everything else in the loop. So it just makes it easier to clean. So like when I pull apart the block, I could just go in and do minimal cleaning, just brush off the fins, wipe it out. And then the block here, I'm not sure what my plans are with the motherboard. I'm sure I can get the BIOS chip fixed, but I'll pull it apart, clean it, and then I'll just leave the 5930K in there as a holder because I don't have a place to put it right now. So, but I wanted to clean the block so they don't get gunked up sitting in storage for a long time. But so far it looks pretty good. Ah, sorry, I cut myself off there. I hit the wrong button. But so far it looks good. The two D5 pump housings will be replaced. I'm kind of worried about this gap here, so I might have to get another plating to put that that serial dual D5 from EK here, which I'm hoping it'll fit here if I just push it back, but I might have to find a piece to cover up that gap there. And then I'll take, I got one of those data vacs, and I'll just take a good cleaning to the system, get all this dust out, and then I still got to find a way to cover up these red LEDs. I want to put black electrical tape, but I'm afraid that it might be too thick because these fans are pretty close to the framing. Because they're static pressure fans, they're designed to push as much air through the radiators, so the fans are, the spacing between the fan and the framing is pretty slim, so I'll figure something out. Alright, you guys, here is the water block after a couple days of it running through the loop. I put the Blitz Basic Part 2 in, ran it for a couple days, and got most of the junk out, but obviously you still gotta take it apart and clean it manually by opening it up. So that's what we are going to do. Just wanted to show you what it looked like now, and I'll put before after pictures as well as from when I started. That's just using regular water. I'm actually going to soak this in some warm water here in a sec. But as you can tell, most of the gunk is out of there. Alright, you guys, this is what it looks like cleaned up. See if you can see that at all. You could actually tell where the dye sits on the water block. You could actually see the discoloration of the heat because those 1080 Ti's get pretty hot. But I got all the gunk cleaned out of the fins, and I got all that red dye out as well. So it's pretty clear now, and hopefully when I put together the rig, none of the red dye is left. I'm going to clean out the radiators tomorrow. More of just going to flush out as much as the red coolant as I can before I start to put the green coolant in. But that is really more so just the block. That's what most of this video, or part of the video, is going to be about, because I said I'd kind of show you guys what the block looks like after it's clean. But I'll get the block put back together, and we're one step closer to the rig being done. Alright guys, I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to kind of show a little montage of me taking apart the D5 pumps. The pumps, for the most part, for running for 3 years now, weren't too bad. I thought there'd be more of a buildup of the red concentrate inside the pump housing, but it wasn't too bad at all. It took a little bit to clean the stain out, but after a bit of brushing and letting it soak with warm water, it finally all came apart. I wanted to do a video where I put them in the new EK Dual D5 pump housing, but I kind of put it together and I forgot to hit record, so it's already put back together and I kind of don't want to take it apart just to do a video on it. But I figured I'd end the video at this point because it's already past 10 minutes and I want to start working on getting the rest of the build put back together. I gotta see if this motherboard actually works and we'll get going. If not, worst case scenario, I buy a new BIOS chip for it, or I order one of those cheap X79 motherboards from AliExpress. Get something that is straight out of China. I've heard they work and they get the job done. So I got backup plans just in case the motherboard's shot. I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.